Okay, bad news. I don't have a Unit 9 packet, so I can't do the review that's in your guys' packet. But what I can do is do problems that I know will show up on your test, so I hope you'll accept this as a good practice instead. Okay. So, first type of problems. Let's say we have log base 5 of 125, and we need to solve this. Okay. So really what this is what power of 5 is 125? I could rewrite 125 as 5 to the third power. And the log and the base will cancel, leaving me with a 3. Okay, so there will be problems like that. Pretty simple. Log base 17 of 1 is 0. Log of any base, as long as it's a log of 1, is 0. So log base b of 1 is 0 no matter what. Let's say we got log base 4 of 1 over 16. It's a fraction. So 4 to the what power 16? Well, that would be a 2. 4 to the second power 16. But because we're going from a whole number to a fraction, this needs to be a negative 2. Because you could rewrite this as log base 4 of 4 to the negative 2 power. 4 to the second power 16. 4 to the negative second power is 1 over 16. Let's say we got log base 3 of 9 times the square root of 3. Well, that's log base 3 of 3 squared times 3 to the 1/2 power. 9 can be written as 3 squared, and root 3 could be rewritten as 3 to the 1/2. So that's log base 3 of 3 squared plus log base 3 of 3 to the 1/2. Logs and the numbers cancel. So 2 plus 1/2 is equal to 2 and 1/2. Log base 16 of 2. So now we're going from a bigger number to a smaller number, which means we're probably taking a root. So if we do this backwards, 2 to the what power is 16, that would be 4. But because we're going from 16 to 2, this would be a 1/4. Log base 7 of negative 2 has no answer. Can't solve it. NA. You can't take the log of a negative number. So let's say we got log of 5x minus 20 equals 2. What I really need to do is get rid of the log. So to get rid of the log, I need to put a base underneath it. This is log base 10. So I'm going to put a base of 10 on both sides to cancel the log. And I'm left with 5x minus 20 is equal to 10 squared is 100. Add 20 to both sides. 5x is equal to 120. And divide both sides by 5 to get x equals 24. Another example. What if we had log base 5 of x plus log base 5 of x plus 6 is equal to log base 5 of, and hold on, give me a second, of 16. So when you have two separate logs, let's combine them together. Plus means multiply. So this will be log base 5 of x times x plus 6 is equal to log base 5 of 16. To get rid of the log, I'm going to raise both sides to the base of the log. So that's 5 and 5. And I get x times x plus 6 equals 16. Distribute that in to get x squared plus 6x equals 16. And subtract 16 on both sides to get x squared plus 6x minus 16 equals 0. So we could factor this to solve it. When you factor it, two numbers that multiply to negative 16 but add to 6, that's going to be an x plus 8, x minus 2. So our answers are negative 8, positive 2. If you try to plug negative 8 back into x, though, negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2, and you can't take the log of a negative number. So therefore, your only answer is positive 2. Find the y-intercept. Y-intercept basically just means plug 0 into x. So y equals log base 3 of x plus 27 plus 5. So log base 3 of 0 plus 27 plus 5. That's log base 3 of 27 plus 5. So what power of 3 is 27? That's 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. So our y-intercept is 0, 8. Remember, the intercept is a point, not a single number, but a point on the xy coordinate system. Our next problem is going to be expanding logs. So expand log of 3x to the 4th power over 5 square root of y. So the rule says top minus bottom. So this is going to be equal to log of 3x to the 4th minus log of 5 root y. The next rule says multiplication needs to be separated. So this is log of 3 plus log of x to the 4th minus, and I'm going to take this one and put it in parentheses so that way I make sure I keep track of that negative. So this is log of 5 plus log of root y. Log 3 stays the same. Exponent comes in front. That's 4 log x. Distribute the negative. So this is minus log 5 minus log of y, square root of y. Square root is the same as saying y to the 1/2 power. So that's 1/2 log y. Completely expanded. For our next part, let's talk about find the average rate of change of f of x equals log base 8 of x minus 6 minus 2 over 7 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 14. So therefore, this is x1, that's x2. Those are our two x values. To find our y1 and y2, we got to plug them in. So y1 is equal to log base 8 of 7 minus 6 minus 2. That's log base 8 of 1 minus 2. Log of 1 is always equal to 0, so 0 minus 2 is negative 2. That's our y1 value. For y2, plug in 14. That's log base 8 of 14 minus 6 minus 2, or a log base 8 of 8 minus 2. Log base 8 of 8 is 1 minus 2, that's negative 1. And to find your rate of change, you need to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is negative 1, y1 is negative 2, x2 is 14, x1 is 7, so that's 1 over 7, grand total, final answer. Okay, last two problems. Let's say we have e to the 2y plus 1 minus 4 is equal to x squared. So these instructions will say solve for y. And the next problem will say solve 4 times 5 to the x plus 2 power equal to 260. So to solve for y, I need to get this part by itself. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. So I get e to the 2y plus 1 equals x squared plus 4. To get the exponent out, I need to take the log natural of both sides. So I get 2y plus 1 equals log natural of x squared plus 4. Subtract 1 on both sides, and I get 2y is equal to log natural of x squared plus 4 minus 1. And then divide both sides by 2 to get y equals ln of x squared minus 4 plus 4, sorry, minus 1 all divided by 2. So here's our final answer for that example. And for this one over here, again, we want to get the exponent out, so we're going to divide both sides by 4. So we get 5 to the x plus 2 equals 65. I'm going to take log base 5 of both sides. I get x plus 2 is equal to log base 5 of 65. And then subtract 2 on both sides to get x equals log base 5 of 65 minus 2. However, we can't take this log, so we have to use the change of base. So that's log of 65 divided by log of 5 minus 2. And plug that into your calculator. So it's log 65 divided by log of 5 and that's equal to all that junk minus 2. Round to the nearest thousandth, so we're going to go to the tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. And since that's a 6, we're going to round up. So our answer is 0.594. Okay, I gotta go. Sorry, guys. If you're able to do those problems, make sense of them, you guys will be good. We'll do some review before the test tomorrow. Good luck.